Hey guys, thank you so much for clicking on my video and deciding to spend a little bit of time with me. I am making a bath spell to promote self-love, self-healing, just kind of bringing a feeling of overall peace and calm. I needed a little self-love today after the past 3 weeks of school and work being busy. I'm just a little bit mentally tired and exhausted, and I found myself feeling irritable and venting, ranting, a bit of a lunatic maybe over the past couple of days, and I just needed to calm down, and I needed a little self-love. I needed a little grounding or whatever. Water is my element. Water is where I feel spiritual, is where I go for healing. So bath worked, and I think that it works for a lot of people, is that healing feeling of a bath, that warm water, and I feel good. Like I just did this, like I literally am fresh out of the bath. I have clothes on, but I am fresh out of the bath, and I feel so good. I feel a little bit healed. I feel a little bit calmer, and I just really want to share that with you. So enough rambling, let's get started. To begin, we're gonna break the spell into 3 categories. There's going to be a powder element, a herbal and crystal element, and then an oil element to this. So three different sections, 3 elements. 3 to me is a magical number. It's a number that we reference a lot. You know, things come in 3, good things come in 3, or bad things come in 3, or 3 a.m., that haunting hour, 3 p.m. was when Jesus was crucified, or just lots of associations with 3 throughout our life. So to me, 3 is magic, and it's an easy number to think about. If you're just kind of thinking on a spell, to do a spell on the fly, you can just reach for the number 3 and it works, right? So definitely 3, karma. I mean, there's just so many things. So 3 elements to the spell, and 3 is kind of a theme throughout it as well. Oh, 3 to the spell. 3 is a theme as well. I am a poet tonight, guys. So let's get started on the herbal element of it. For my herbal element, I will be using one of these super handy dandy bags that you can throw the herbs into and then throw them in the tub, and then your bath water doesn't get all full of plants. It's super handy and helpful, and I find most of us witches have these laying around. Like there's something that's quite common in our little community. So have one of these for your herbs, or something else. Cheesecloth works, anything that you can strain, basically. So for healing, I'm gonna use eucalyptus. I got these from work, from an arrangement that was going to be thrown out, and I've dried them. So eucalyptus is in a lot. It's in like cough drops, it's in cough medicine. It's a quite common to help with congestion or heal, like, you know, just sickness, coughing, blah blah blah. So it's healing. It brings healing. You can use anything. You can use lavender, which I'm going to use as well. You can use rose. You can use mint. Just look at it this way. When you're doing herbal stuff, a simple rule of thumb is that if you want to bring something good to your life, or you want to do some healing, some positive, think of sweet smelling things. So you want like flowers or herbs that smell sweet, sweetness. Keep things sweet. Think sweet. So if it smells like, it smells like eucalyptus smells really sweet to me. It's fragrant. Roses, lavender, floral kind of smells. They can bring good energy into your life. If you want to do a banishing, and if you want to get rid of energy, or you want to send some negative energy out there or whatever, use bitter. So then you're using kind of more acidic smelling plants. You would want like you could use mugwort, which is also for healing, obviously, but you could use that because it's very bitter. You could use like citrus because of its sour taste. So just kind of things like that. Think about bitter for banishing, and then sweet for self-love and healing and all of that good stuff. So that's why I'm choosing the herbs that I'm choosing. So we've got some eucalyptus, and I'm only making enough for one bath. I'm not making a big batch of this, but you could make a big batch and consecrate it and then do the spell multiple times if you wanted to. So I'm just putting a little bit of each ingredient. I'm gonna do rose petals. These are rose petals that I've dried just off of bouquets that I've had. I try to dry off all of my flowers. Sometimes they don't make it. So if they don't make it, I will usually save the petals and use them for magic. I'm gonna use yellow because yellow roses just, they make me feel happy. Yellow, it's friendship and communication, and sometimes we have to communicate that self-love to ourselves. And of course, roses being already associated as heavily as they are with love, it just kind of makes sense to me. So I'm throwing some roses in there. And next, I'm going to throw in some lavender. You can add as many herbs as you want. You could add none. You could add some from your kitchen, like maybe you want to make something lusty and sexy. You could do cinnamon and allspice and warm herbs, and just make sure you use something better, maybe more of like a tea bag, or I don't know, something better than this if they're really well ground up spices. But yeah, you could do something like spicy with stuff that's just in your kitchen. I'm just going to combine these. I'm also going to put in some ladysmantle because I want to bring some healing to my womb. My womb. That's such a weird word. That's one of those words, like if you say them multiple times, it starts to sound like it's not a real word. Does that ever happen to you? That happens to me all the time. Womb. That to me just doesn't sound like a real word right now. I'm rambling, I'm sorry. I've drank a lot of coffee today and I'm jittery. I'm just gonna grind these together, and really what I'm doing this for is I'm going to be thinking self-love. I'm going to be thinking about the things about myself that I love. What are my favorite qualities? What do I do? What good do I do in the world? What's my contribution? Just good things like that. I'm thinking positive. I'm talking to myself like I would a friend. Grind in a clockwise direction because of course clockwise we're bringing good things to us, and I feel like that's pretty much good enough. I'm not looking for a fine grind here. As I was doing this, I was just saying nice things, pointing out things I liked, talking about wishes and dreams and hopes for the future, stuff like that. And it smells, I can smell it from where I am, and it smells like so good. It smells divine. YouTube needs to invent some form of smell vision, though I can imagine that being used in various ways, but I wish you could smell this. But if you make it, you can smell it. It smells awesome. So that's the herbal, people say it a million different ways, remedy. So here we go. Just going to pour it into the bag. Next, I'm going to add a rose quartz crystal to the bag. Rose quartz, again, that's self-love, love, that kind of energy. And I'm also, because I'm dealing with womb and issues like that, menstrual issues, I'm adding some eggshells because eggs, ovaries, so I want that to incorporate that in there. So some ground eggshells. And you don't need a lot. You don't need a lot of your ingredients. You can put as much or as little as you want. It's totally your call. That's going to just go into the bath just like that, just like a tea bag. It's going to go into the bath, and then there's an element in the spell where you're wringing this out over your head. You're baptizing yourself with this, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Now we're going to move on to the liquid portion of the spell. Hopefully you can see this little guy. So I just have a small little vessel for our oils and a little bit of honey. Again, this is about what works for you. You could add moon water to this. You could add, you could steep some flowers in some water and use that. Rainwater. You could use oils. You could use oils in your home. Melt some coconut oil or use some olive oil. Just use whatever you want, what works for you. I'm using some almond oil, sweet almond. This is really good for your skin. And I'm being generous with the amount of oil I'm putting in here. That's going to be the carrier. This makes your skin feel really soft, and it's just, it's lovely. So it's common in a lot of massage oils, and it works great as a carrier. And almond, sweet. So we're keeping still with that sweet theme. Next, I'm going to add a little drop of camphor. I'm obsessed with camphor oil right now. And we're going to do 3 drops, 3 just little drops, because we want to keep with that 3 theme. So tricky to do that, and I likely will end up with more than 3 drops, but that's not a big deal. It's about the intention. If you mean to go with 3 drops, then you just do 3 drops. Next, I'm going to do 3 drops of lavender. Lavender is it's a healing herb. It's very calming and soothing. It's great for depression, anxiety, stress. And camphor, I should say, it brings in angels. It brings in positive spirits. It calls positive beings to you. Next, I'm going to use ylang. I never know if I'm actually saying that right, by the way. It's floral, it's sweet smelling, it's sexy, it's a little musky to me. That's for a little sex magic. And I want to connect with those sex organs. So ylang is kind of the smell that I go to. And honestly, this is just jasmine fragrance oil. I know that's not the best thing, but hey, I have it. It smells awesome. I'm putting it in. So 3 drops of jasmine fragrance oil. Use whatever you want. As long as they smell sweet, it's floral, it's pretty, it makes you feel like kind of, makes you feel pretty and just, not just pretty. I don't like that I'm saying pretty, but it makes you feel that love, that self-love. So it makes you feel good. So nice floral smells. And now to really sweeten it up, I'm gonna put some honey in there. So I'll have to use this fairly soon because I don't know how the oil and honey are going to behave together. But when I did the spell initially, I did it immediately. So I mixed this and I put it right in the bath. That smells good. Again, I wish you could smell it. You'll have to trust me, but it smells really, really good. Last but not least, we're going to make the powder portion. This, I'm again only making enough for 1, so I'm just going to make a little bit in a jar, and I'm going to use Epsom salts and just fill up the kind of the bottom because it's just for 1 bath. You don't have to go crazy. Next, I'm going to use some sea salt. Just bring in that water, ocean energy. This baking soda I'm strictly adding because it makes your skin feel awesome. Warning, it does make your tub a little slippy when you're getting out, so just be careful. But it makes your skin and hair and everything feel so good. And I'm sure it has wonderful magical qualities if I really wanted to look into it. White. So white's, you know witches. White kind of can be your whatever you want, right? So we're putting it in because it's white. It's just bright and white and beautiful, and white can you can turn it into any color you like. I'm going to add some blue food coloring. just a couple of drops. I did about this many drops of blue food coloring in the batch that I just did for my bath, and I have bleach blonde hair. My hair's still very blonde and my tub's still white, so I feel like that's a safe amount of food coloring. The good thing is with food coloring, it comes, if you get the primary colors, they come in the colors of the 4 elements, so you can make magical baths that one for each element, or earth magic, fire magic, you know, like you could do all kinds of things with that. So I use food coloring a lot when I make these, and so far so good. So now we're just gonna mix it and shake it. The other batch I made, because I got right in the tub, I just put it in a bowl, mixed it with a fork. And we just kind of, I'm using blue because I'm kind of going with a water theme to connect with my spirit, and I just want a nice like a calm bath. But you can use any color you like. So once it's nice and, mine, it kind of looks like the meth from Breaking Bad. So once it kind of looks like meth, it will be ready. So there we go. Now, you're gonna take your oils, your gorgeous, amazing, sultry, sweet smelling oils, and you're going to take your powder, your magic powder, and your Herbal Sachet and the crystal. And you're gonna go to the tub and you're gonna draw yourself a beautiful bath, and you can use bubble bath or no bubble bath. You do whatever you want. Just have a nice bath ready, have clean towels, try to get your bathroom tidied up, you know, make it a nice space for yourself. You could put some music on, whatever makes you feel peaceful. Bring a glass of wine or like some beer, or whatever floats your boat. You don't have to do any of that. You could just have a simple bath, but just make it nice for yourself. Make sure it's relaxing. Have a little bit of, give it some intent and some purpose. So once your bath is all run and ready to go, you're going to put, you can put it, or you can do it in whatever order, but I'm going to share with you the order that I did it. I put this in first so it could kind of steep and just let it sit. I just put it in the water. And as I was putting it in, I just asked it, I said, you know, herbs and crystal, please send me your healing energies. And I kind of I thought about it, and just put some self-love. I thought about, again, those good qualities and wishes, and just put them into the sachet. So I put that in the bath. Then I poured the oils. I did the same. I did a little prayer to my goddesses, Nyx and Mary. I thank them for my womanhood. I thank them for this feminine path that I've been on. I've just really connected with that side and really appreciated them as mothers, and how nature and women are connected, and how we're kind of, because we bleed, I feel like it connects us to the earth. It makes us primal and edgy, and I love that. And so I connected with all of that. So just think about what you want to draw. What's your purpose? Why are you doing this? Talk to your deities, talk to yourself, talk to your loved ones on the, you know, just whoever, just talk. So say it out loud. Even if you're not like spiritual that way, just affirm it. Then pour the oil into the water, and just, I did it kind of dramatically, you know, but you can have as much pizzazz as you want. Then you're going to take your blue meth, or whatever color you made here, your powder, and you're just going to put your hands over it, and you're going to put that self-love in. You're going to put what you want, what you're asking for, and you're going to ask these wonderful powders and salts and the color to just absorb into you, and just put good energy and love into it, and sprinkle it all in your bath. Like I would put this whole thing in there and get in. After you get in, take some time to just relax, look at your body, feel your body, appreciate it. It's the vessel that's gotten you this far. Without it, we would have nothing. This is what we come from. Like, this is us. Like, this is our body. So love your body and all of the bodies that came before you, and just appreciate every piece of it, which I know isn't easy, but the more you do it, the easier it becomes. And the more that you just talk to yourself the way you talk to everyone else, you can really foster a relationship with your body. And that's what we're going to begin doing with this kind of ritual work. I'm sorry that I got off topic a little there, but that's the intent behind this for me. And I hope it's the intent for you too in some ways. You know, I want you to do it for you, but love your body, love yourself. So put that in there, get in that bath and think about those things. Wash your body. You can, you know, if you want, give yourself a little self-love. Whatever makes you feel good. And when you're ready, take and grab this. And what I did is I sang the chant, "We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return, like a drop of rain flowing to the ocean." I'm not going to sing it. You can look it up online. I'm a terrible singer. I'll save you from that. But I did that, and I did it 3 times, keeping with the 3 theme. So I would sing the chant, and I would hold this, and I would sing to the herbs, and I would sing to the stone, and then I would get a big thing of water and squeeze it over my head. And then I would sing the chant again, sing to the stone, dip it, squeeze, and baptize myself in what I imagined as my divine mother's spirit, and that I'm a goddess, or, you know, that I embody that divine energy as well, and that I deserve it. And so it was just a very nice way to connect and finish the bath. And then I just relaxed for a little bit, listened to some music, and got out and did this video. I feel really, really good. So I hope that you try this. Use whatever ingredients you have. Don't feel like you need to have the same things that I have. It doesn't matter. Just use whatever you have in the kitchen or whatever you can whip up from your magical cupboard, and have fun with it. Enjoy it, and enjoy your soft, amazing skin when you get out too. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, listening to my rambles. I know this video started off a little shaky. I'm still feeling good. I'm still on the high from the bath. I really felt like it. I feel like I worked some magic tonight. I feel really good. So I hope you do too. Thank you for watching. Love yourself. Love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, you're always going to have that negative voice in your head. And that sucks. And I'm tired of that. And so together we're going to stop that bad self-talk and really try to find love within. Anyway, I'm rambling again. I love you. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the spell. Bye.